Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Armadillos ready to go here on 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he's got room. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Ready. Black 25.
And they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Julian Edelman, 54 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envision to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Check 24. Hatchet. Come on, let's go!
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Vic Beasley. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Let's go! 1, 9,
3rd down now, it's C.J. Anderson. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
But They give this time to the tailback. And now running right through him. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah,
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Tight right.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, what a move. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. His defenders really rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
4 down. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get them settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Lay down. Get up.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Double tight.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start.
Flex round. Come on.
On 2nd down, Anderson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Ohio. 3 down. Let's go.
Now it's Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Toss play. This is Anderson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And now a first down following that long gain.
Double tight. Double tight.
can't bring him down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch the out.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You got 3 down.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the former Florida Gator, Sturgis, gets it to go. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Check.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Single.
Here we go. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about. Flex round.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Flushed out right. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it, baby. Here we go. What? 90. 58.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Anderson loses the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hey, watch 28. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift.
And the play clock's running down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
On second down, here's Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 41-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor finding Gabriel complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. What? 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Screen play, Anderson.
Outside coming.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Big hit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come on, flex round.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bobby Wagner coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
They'll run with White. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You got him.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Ryan. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there. 45 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Man left. 3 down.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Carr. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
My bad, guys. My bad.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Uses the spin. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Play action. It's Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Red zone opportunity.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They go play action with Ryan. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that'll...
C.J. Anderson. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time run there by Anderson. 47 yards on the ground. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Ohio! Hey, guys. Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Ship!
Here's White. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Flex round! Let's go!
They pitch Dish it out to Anderson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, that's Anderson. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is knocked down from the side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ready. We waiting? 4 down. 4 down.
Breeze now on 1st down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got he just stopped out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3 down. 3 down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Tight left.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 2nd down, Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket.
Crash.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end
Here
zone.
comes the boom.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Tight end's right. Ready.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. We're waiting. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Martellus Bennett, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. Down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Here's Taylor, and he fires one incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him.
Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Now a run with Anderson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. C.J. Anderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Man left, man left. Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check, check.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ready.
On second down, here's Breeze. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Single. Check nine. Ready. 95-56. I know he ain't got it.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Ready. Yellow lady. Even.
Now Breeze again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Donnell Allerby able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Watch tight end. Hey.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Ready. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Willie Snead. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time.
He'll throw on first down with Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Ohio! Tighten up! Flex Ohio! Here we go!
On first down, it's Taylor.
Check three.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Crash! Come on, let's go!
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Strong right. Ready. We got 4.
They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Hey, we got tight left.
Breeze will try again on second down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Tight end right. Ready. Let's go.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And he's got Snead. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ready. Mike 5-5.
Again, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
5-9. Ready. 280.
Go, go.
And here now is second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw for a touchdown.
Breeze now to throw. Under pressure, down he goes.
That's how we do
Sacked at the 10. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
Here's Taylor. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Check 50. Check 50. Back. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, that's Anderson. Muscles by at the 25. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
To throw on second down is Newton. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Murray. And he works free. Latavius Murray past the 20 and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray, 60 yards, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Adams taking it in. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 23. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second down following the run.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
3 down. 3 down.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Completes it left side to the tight end, Lewis. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Anderson wiggles free. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, the hit pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Finding Gabriel complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the gun, it's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the Hall of Famer, Kellen Winslow. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go!
Now a carry for White. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Taylor. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Your trip is here, baby.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Lucky.
Let's go! Red 38!
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Kill!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Taylor. And the throw left sideline here is caught. But they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Double tight.
Flex round! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Now White.
Check 9.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. James White, 14 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
That's it, baby.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety
Do
creep.
something.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check. Fresno.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to launch this thing, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, 63 yards, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
We got 4 down.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Hey, boys, we
Wake
got
up.
4 down. Watch the safety creep.
That was second down run for Murray. He juked him. And some space here. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast and used to the great advantage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Hey, that's the way to finish. That's the way to
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Let's go.
But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12.
Ringo.
Ohio.
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. And he finds a man on a crossing route. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat on the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards.
Man left, man left.
Ohio! Here we go! What?
They'll run for it. This is White. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go!
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And some room to maneuver. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.